you been there?
Does this face look like it's been to the fountain of youth?
Depends on the light. What has become of my beloved Pearl?
Taken. Blackbeard.
Johnny Depp sets sail for the 4th time in Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I'm Ignaty Vishnevetsky of Movie.com.
And I'm Christy Lemire of the Associated Press. We're starting off this week's show on a sweeping, swashbuckling note with Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, the 4th movie in the ridiculously successful Disney franchise. Johnny Depp is, of course, back as the randy Captain Jack Sparrow. He's being held prisoner at the film's start, but you know that won't last long.
Where's the harm in joining the winning side?
I understand everything. Except that wig.
Jack ends up crossing paths and swords with an old flame, Angelica, played by a spirited Penelope Cruz. She quickly kidnaps him and drags him aboard the Queen Anne's Revenge, the ship belonging to the legendary Blackbeard, played by Ian McShane.
And what fate befalls mutineers? Now, we know the answer to that, do we not? Mutineers.
But Blackbeard's after the Fountain of Youth, and so are the Spanish, and so are the English, led by the deceitful Barbossa, played once again by Geoffrey Rush.
Are we not king's men? On the king's mission? I did not note any fear in the eyes of the Spanish as they passed us by. Are we not king's men?
And of course, On Stranger Tides is in 3D because, well, everything's in 3D. And that mostly means various swords and snakes being flung at our faces. Big thumbs down from me.
Look, I like the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Did you really?
Yeah, no.
All of them?
All of them.
Beyond the first one?
I like the second one the most. I find them really entertaining.
They're a blur in my mind. Go ahead.
And what makes them really entertaining is all of this bric-a-brac. There are all of these subplots, all these kind of things going on, these minor characters, these little jokes. You know, whenever they go somewhere, they have to stop at 10 places. What the world does not need is a leaner Pirates of the Caribbean movie. You know, this is an hour shorter than the last film. It's got a significantly simpler plot, you know, in comparison, but it feels overstretched, overextended somehow.
Now, there are these great individual moments. The chase scene off the top is absolutely thrilling and staged so beautifully, and that's what I think Rob Marshall really does best. There's also a whole thing with people being hung upside down on the pirate ship, on Blackbeard's ship, and it's a great stunning moment where they're all hanging there. It's a good Rob Marshall kind of like ta-da moment.
Well,
there's all stuff in between where like they stop and they talk, and I don't need Johnny Depp to be in the center of this film as the voice of reason. The whole point is that he should be the clown in the corner, goofing off, commenting on the action.
I feel like this movie is pretty good for about the first 45 minutes. And when the characters are first getting introduced, we first see Blackbeard's ship. During all of that time, during the build-up, it's good. But then when we actually get to, say, the island that the Fountain of Youth is on, then it really it starts to lurch.
Ian McShane feels really oddly constrained here. And then you have the whole other subplot with the hot, sexy clergyman and the naughty vampire mermaid. Comes out of nowhere. It doesn't help at all.
No, it doesn't help.